Okay, so I'll make this into a video. I guess it's a little longer. So I'm having my own peace of mind and stuff in the morning, right? Like always. But I noticed one of those love notes, and this time, this is where it gets really fucked up, in my opinion. Um, the notes, essentially, the event is this. You guys already know my situation. But the note says that a person's family member, their family, because like I said, it's just blood, so I call it their family. Someone in their family has had a loss, which, I mean, yeah, kind of sucks, right? But what's even more fucked up is that the people in this household are using the grievance of another person to weaponize that against me, because that's kind of what the note's about. It's kind of like I already threw it in the trash because I already knew what it was. But the note pretty much said, I mean, hell, I didn't even bother reading it. I took a picture of it to give ChatGPT. I didn't even bother reading it. Just reading the first line or two, I could tell. And I'll read it. I'll read what it says right now. But overall, the thing says like, it's your duty, or it has that like, the person died, go take him around, blah blah blah. But I could already tell that's actually manipulation right here. So let's see what ChatGPT says now, because like I use um I use ChatGPT like a filter because they're super manipulative in the way they write. So ChatGPT kind of does the psychoanalysis and does the filtering for me. Okay. Okay, so it's revolving around a deceased person, a person who is already deceased. Let's see. Implied, exactly right here. The implied obligation to reconnect. It's the grief reigning around a person and the implied person to reconnect. A writer builds emotional pressure to gradually. It's still trying to build emotional pressure. Neutral effects, nephew, coming to house, taken to Mexico. Then it moves into emotionally loaded material. Blah, blah, blah. Loss, absence, disconnection, guilt, regret themes. Second chance dynamic. Right here, putting the burden. I hope you can say hello to him and spend some time talking with them. No. Sounds soft on the surface, but socially it functions more like a moral request than a casual suggestion. Implies this matters emotionally, needs, don't withdraw. Writer repeatedly frames nephew emotionally rather than individually. Special, what? Special trip, happy to see you. Burial of family member. So like I said, this person does not have to be in this household. This person could literally have a hotel room, or better yet, let's be honest. Let's be honest. We literally have an Airbnb. They could literally be like, we're gonna put you in the Airbnb up, and we're gonna hang out with you. We'll see if our offspring wants to hang out or not. So that's what it's about. It's literally taking a person's grievance, like I said, and using it to manipulate into family continuity and reconciliation. That's how fucked up it is. So like I said, not cold, but not deeply expressive either. Okay, let's see. Implications through circumstance. Subtle, repair the fracture before it's too late undertone. So that's what I mean. It's subtle, it's not, so that's what it is. So it goes from a relative is missing, and like I said, relative is only blood. I don't give a fuck about blood. If I don't give a fuck about these people, why would I give a fuck about other people related to these people, considering, they share the same similar psychology? Okay, continuing on. Because like I said, it's not my duty. But it goes into life short, family separation, consequences. Don't miss opportunity. This is not an opportunity. It is not an opportunity. It's an opportunity in their viewpoint. To me, it's not an opportunity. How would I frame it as? I would frame it as another event. But we're gonna go with that. But yeah, let's see. Now I already talked to ChatGPT a little bit, but let's see what it says. Yeah, because it's right. It's not about the content of the note. It's more about the assumed access embedded beside it. Let's see. Frame softening, but yeah, even ChatGPT agrees. Structure, family event, emotional obligation, reframing, implied hospitality slash access, implied participation. See, yeah, exactly. Because my angle is not necessarily do this right now. It's more like a good family member would naturally reorganize themselves around this situation. That is exactly right. Exactly. That's exactly what this is about. So ChatGPT agrees. Um, yeah, because right here, because like I said, I'm building. You know, my space looks like shit. I mean, I'm not stupid. Like I would love to get some real furniture. Some real stuff, right? Not go all out, but a little bit of order, because I'm actually a very organized, an extremely organized person when I'm in the mood. But when you live with people like these, you know what I mean, what happens. So yes, exactly. When somebody casually introduces a visitation, extended stays, emotional expectations to say hello and spend time, that is not cool. It reads more like, your boundaries are now temporarily suspended because of family, blah, blah, blah. Bury the father. Um, Increases pressure load. It does not. Let's see. It says right here, I don't feel like socializing. That's true. And to distancing yourself from someone grieving. That's true too. I agree. I have no problem saying that I am actively distancing myself from someone grieving, because like I already said, it is not my burden. Here it is. So psychologically, there are two layers: surface level, what is actually written. Please say hello and spend time with them. What we are actually reacting to. Space and autonomy about to become a negotiable. Emotional subcontext. Family, grief, reconnection. Reaction. Duty framing used to override boundaries. Let's see. Now I got to talk to ChatGPT a little bit more. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see now. Exactly, because I've noted that these people have taken the time. They take the time off work, literally, to pester me with, like I've got my own shit, right? Like people know me. I know people. People get in my business. I get in their business. Um, but that's at the end of the day, it's an interaction between myself and another person. Yet you've got these parental units here butting in, taking the day off, and then adding even more fuel to the fire. So, like example, I have the situation which I haven't gotten into detail yet, but instead of being like bro needs his chill, he needs like to cool down or something. They add fuel to the fire. They bring in a crisis behavioral team. Oh, I haven't posted that video yet. So I literally told these people, I do not consent to your presence. You are unwelcome here. Please leave the house, the building. And I mean, they know what they're saying. They're not stupid. They know when they see stuff like this, the clutter and everything. They see the perfect, house, in the parental unit room. They know what they're saying. They're not stupid. So these people left. But what I mean is that these people, these parental units, they invest that entire day to harass me, essentially. They used my own situation as an excuse to harass me even further. So what I mean is that these people have so much money and flexibility to the point to where they can take a day off or two to harass me. So why don't they take a day off or two or three to book themselves, the three of them, right, a hotel room locally, do some stuff, and then take them down to whatever. So that's really what I'm at here. I do not have resources. I'm pretty much stuck here unless I want to like sunburned out in a car or I want to go spend gas, right? And I'm not going to go spend gas just to avoid people. You know, I'm going to spend gas for emergencies for myself because that's where we're at this point. You know, right now we're just scootering along, bicycle riding along, and get cars for emergencies. Um, but yeah, ultimately, we are not going to engage. Yeah, because I mean, we're at 11 minutes now, so we've literally been spending 11 minutes of our own personal time logicking this out psychologically. So that is the burden that these parental units put upon me. That is the part they don't give a fuck or a shit about. And that is why they are terrible people. But you know what? We're gonna neutralize this with ChatGPT. All right, ChatGPT. Let's just forget about this. Let's just wrap this up somehow and forget about it, because that's what we're gonna do. Because we're gonna do our own thing. This event is going to occur. Um, we will continue on with it, and whatever happens, happens. Not my deal. Yeah, because we're starting to loop now. So that's the fucked up part. These people, whether intentionally or not intentionally, I end up looping. So we will not loop anymore. And see, that's really the upsetting thing here. The fucking fact that I've been very clear about how this entire interactions with them cause a looping effect, and these people continue to add to the looping effect. So you know, that is not neglect. Once you are aware and have been made aware that your behavior causes a looping effect and you continue to do that, that is abuse. That is clear abuse. Yeah, because that's actually what pisses me off the most, ChatGPT. That these parental units have been informed repeatedly, many times, in many different ways about the looping effects that their behavior causes us, yet they continue doing it. So that is actually the upsetting part. I mean, I'm recording video for YouTube because, like, I mean, my people got to know something, or I don't know, whatever. But because I know the event itself will happen regardlessly. Okay, at this point, the most efficient material is message received, situation acknowledged, not adopting responsibility for it, and redirect attention back to my own projects instead of orbiting the family framing. So okay, so that's like, and that's what I mean. Normally, I would just ignore and whatever, and I mean, this is the part where if anyone's talking about stuff, right? This clearly, because like me talking about this, even to my YouTube audience, kind of reinforces that loop. So, like I mentioned before, it's like a little bit of a sacrifice um, on my end, but you know, I know you guys get something out of it. Um, yeah, so we'll leave it at that. I'll end the video. I'll end it with ChatGPT a little bit, and we'll move on with our day.